Welcome to another episode of Genetics Unsealed, where we dive into the latest discoveries around genetics. Today we explore groundbreaking research in ancient genomics that sheds light on the origins of a nomadic tribe that transformed Europe and Asian cultures, as well as the genetics. We'll also discuss artificial selection and the ethics surrounding it. Ancient genomic researchers have pinpointed the homeland of the Yamnaya, a Bronze Age herding community that emerged along the northern shores of the Black Sea in present-day Russia and Ukraine. These findings, published in Nature, provide crucial evidence linking the Yamnaya to the spread of Indo-European languages, a linguistic family spoken by nearly half the world's population. This good discovery solved two long-standing questions. First, where did the Yamnaya originate? And second, how did their movement influence the spread of Indo-European languages? For over 200 years, linguists have puzzled over the similarities between Classical Greek, Latin, and Sanskrit, an ancient South Asian language. This connection suggested a common origin for these languages, but researchers have debated for decades whether the Indo-European languages spread out with early Anatolian farmers 9,000 years ago, or with Yamnaya herders about 5,500 years ago. The Anatolian hypothesis proposed that early farmers from present-day Turkey spread Indo-European languages alongside agricultural expansion. However, in 2015, ancient genomic studies challenged this by identifying the Yamnaya migration as a key moment in Indo-European language spread. Yamnaya ancestry has been described as a trackidae, a genetic marker that moves the population and helps track the spread of cultural and linguistic changes. Yet there was a major puzzle. Genetic studies found no Yamnaya ancestry in ancient Anatolian speakers, raising the question of how Indo-European reached Anatolia, if it came from the steppes. New research suggested a solution. The Yamnaya likely emerged when people from the Caucasus Lower Volga region mixed with hunter-gatherers near the Black Sea. This genetic signature also appears in ancient Anatolian populations, indicating an early migration route into Anatolia before the main Yamnaya expansion. Although migration spread genes, languages do not always follow the same paths. Linguists and geneticists acknowledge that Indo-European languages could have spread through cultural exchange as well as migration. This is why, despite the genetic evidence, researchers cannot definitely say this group spoke Indo-European without written records. One major challenge in studying ancient populations is their rapid genetic expansion, which makes it difficult to pinpoint the exact origins. Researchers liken this to tracing the origin of a cancerous tumour. It spreads so quickly that identifying the starting point is incredibly complex. Despite challenges, this study takes us a step closer to understanding the origins of Indo-European languages. But as a historical linguist, Gus Kroon notes, it likely won't be the final answer. Natural and artificial selection. The spread of populations and languages parallels natural and artificial selection in many ways. Now, natural selection is a process by which traits that improve survival and reproduction become more common over generations. In the Yamnaya's case, their adaptation to steppe environments, including the use of domesticated horses, helped them expand rapidly. Artificial selection. Unlike natural selection, artificial selection is guided by humans, such as when early farmers chose crops with better drought resistance or animals with desirable traits. The agricultural revolution marked the beginning of large-scale artificial selection, shaping both plant and animal genetics for economic benefit. A key concept in artificial selection is hybrid vigor, which occurs when crossbreeding increases genetic diversity. This often leads to healthier, more resilient offspring. However, excessive inbreeding can cause inbreeding depression, reducing genetic diversity and increasing the risk of harmful recessive traits. This is why domesticated animals like pedigree dogs often suffer from genetic disorders. While artificial selection has been invaluable in improving agricultural yields and livestock productivity, it raises significant ethical concerns. Many selectively bred animals are no longer equipped to survive without human intervention. For example, modern livestock species have lost their ability to defend themselves against predators due to human-controlled breeding environments. Some animals are bred for extreme traits that compromise their well-being. Chickens bred for rapid growth often suffer from leg deformities and heart problems. Pigs bred to have less fat are vulnerable to cold temperatures and require artificial heating in winter. Dairy cows bred for high milk production often develop mastitis and reproductive issues. The selective breeding of pets has also led to serious genetic disorders. Boxers have a higher risk of cancer and heart disease. Labradors often suffer from hip dysplasia and joint abnormalities. Bulldogs and pugs have extreme facial structures that cause breathing difficulties, and West Highland Terriers are prone to chronic skin and eye conditions. As humans continue to control the genetics of plants and animals, it is crucial to balance economic benefit with ethical responsibility. Sustainable breeding practices and genetic diversity conservation can help mitigate some of these issues. As I close for today, never forget, genetics is beautiful. Never forget this. This is your host, Folubumi Aleshino Adeleke, signing out.